I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Welcome. Anything to add or take away from the agenda?
No.
Need a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, carried. Approve the minutes of March 25th.
After reading through them, I don't see anything wrong. Motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, general public concerns. Oh. Moving on, motion to go into drainage.
Motion to go into drainage.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are in drainage. DD District 80. DD 80 branch, that's one in Dakota City. Need to officially award the contracts to Blacktop Service for the road and Doyle Construction for the tile.
Yep, we had the bid letting last week and we didn't have lots of bids, but the one we did get was low. So we were very pleased with that, and I'll make a motion to award Blacktop Service with the road repair and Doyle Construction with the setting of the pipes. And
I'll second Rick's motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Carried.
And that was using plastic up through the
Yes,
ballpark.
through the
Ballpark, right.
cement under the roads.
Yep.
I also left, or talked with Sean Phillips and said if they had any, voice. A lot of concern about it to let us know, and I didn't hear anything, so.
I haven't heard a word.
I'm assuming they were good. I don't think we'll ever get a bid that
not that
Goes
one.
under.
goes
Yeah.
into that far
Yeah.
again in today's day and age, so.
Anything else in drainage?
I'll make a motion to leave drainage.
I
Second.
do have,
Oh, not yet.
I
Still
just
in
need you to sign these.
Well, if we have a little rain in the next few days, we'll probably get some repair or fix it, hopefully.
Well, it
The
rained
guys will
yesterday, so what is it,
start
seven
getting
Sunday?
seven.
Tractors going through the field, and all of a sudden they find that hole.
Yep.
Not that I'm looking for 7 weekends in a row, but
Yeah,
if we
use
could
the
get rain like that again, it'd be nice.
Yeah. Could use it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Anything else for drainage?
That is it.
That's it. Now I'll take that motion.
I'll make a motion to leave drainage.
And I'll still second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're out of drainage, back in the regular session. Approve resolution 2024-09, setting wages and for the budget of 24-25. I think we got a copy of it.
Yep. This is, shows what the account board recommended, and the bottom table is what you had told me to recommend. Put in.
That's correct. What we've
Yep.
been telling everybody, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
I'll make that motion to accept resolution 2024-9, a resolution setting wages for budget FY 24-25.
I'll second.
Do we need, did you guys get a copy of this? Okay, the recommended, it would be 3%, for attorneys, auditor, recorder, supervisors and treasurer, and 4% for sheriff. We will take a picture of that.
it's basically a 2/3 reduction. of
Right,
the town board.
2/3 reduction of what the comp was.
Got a motion?
And it's.
In a second.
Got a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Committee report.
Can we go over next week's, that truth and taxation? Just, you wanna go through that so we don't look like we're losing our minds and
No.
we go in and
Next week, we'll have a meeting right away for the truth and taxation portion. It
at
has,
8:35.
it has to be a separate, complete meeting with its own agenda, so we'll do that, close it out, and then it'll be followed by your regular meeting in which you set the budget hearing, the formal last one.
So the first one is the truth and taxation meeting.
Yeah.
Then the regular meeting, set the date, and then we have the budget hearing after that.
Yes,
But it's a different date.
Yeah,
I mean, it
yes,
won't
the
be-
budget hearing will probably be in 2 weeks, what is that? The 22nd.
And this is something new though.
This is through the state.
Yeah.
This is what they- yeah.
Passed,
Our legislators.
Yeah,
ended up costing us a fair amount of money.
Yep, and all they did is added more money to our
More
budget,
expense.
more expense.
more
They're all
expense
worried about
and more
cutting it.
confusion.
a lot of confusion in this, everywhere,
'Cause
all over the
it's
place.
Not very transparent.
No,
Well,
which was what supposedly their goal was. I talked to Mark Thompson about that.
Did you really? Me too.
He was not happy with me. I don't care.
Good.
and we also have
Yeah,
a
they
5-year
don't have
hearing.
a clue what they're doing.
No, they
5-year
don't, and I
plan.
told them that if the rural county legislators would get, and I keep saying it, but it's the truth, there's more rural than there is urban, if they would all band together.
Yeah,
Cause all they've done is hurt us, and they're costing us more money, and they think they're so smart, and they're not.
but it's not showing a true
No,
reflection of your budget because it doesn't include everything, first of all. And it's very hard to read.
yeah, just gives me a headache.
Your best statements are your tax statements where it splits it out and says everything.
Right,
Mhm.
I mean,
So we don't open our regular meeting
until the other one's closed.
until the other one. is
So we
closed.
open up that one right off the bat and close
Right.
it and then open up the supervisor.
I have a question
Yeah.
about that. I knew we were having that next week. Is that gonna be a big deal? Are we gonna have 100 people show up?
Me. Never
Because
know.
of what you just mentioned, the confusion of these statements that no one understands.
I don't even understand.
I don't.
No, I said no one.
Legislators don't even understand.
No one understands them. And it's been statewide, it's not just us.
Oh, no,
And
it's not
people are gonna
just
come
us, it's
in, and I
everybody.
even brought mine along if we were gonna discuss it, because it's just confusing.
Yeah,
I know.
So we might be have a.
And this is from
Some
the
surrounding
Department of
counties have had a lot of
Management too,
people
right?
show up.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is what the Department of Management came up with, correct?
Correct. This is how it all came from them, honestly, because the city puts in their budget to the department management, and so do the schools, and then we download it to our system and solutions, and then we send it to the mail services. And then it's all,
Put together from
Combined.
there. And then the dates, as far as the goofy dates,
Mm.
yes,
That
those
was-
are all dictated by the Department of Management.
which again, they didn't.
Or confusing.
Are
Yeah.
the cities also having to have these hearings?
Yes, I think Humboldt's is today.
That's what I thought.
And school
Do
boards?
the school boards have to do them also? And the
Mhm.
hospital also?
No,
They, the hospital? Okay.
Doesn't show up on their hospital.
the hospital isn't included in this truth and taxation thing. It's only the cities and the schools.
Schools, okay.
So like the hospital assessors and your ag extension are not included,
Okay.
nor your
Well,
911
that's
or,
because Farm Bureau was one of the leaders of this, and so they're not gonna have the ag stuff.
Mhm.
Well, I would just caution us that could be very well attended, and it could take a while.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah, good.
not a fortune teller, but given the
and there's
concerns.
not a whole lot to explain about it because we had to cut our numbers
Mhm.
to be able to fit under that 3% growth. And while reducing the 410 general levy to 350, it's not quite there, but it'll go over several
Steps,
years.
Steps,
Mhm.
steps.
Looking closer.
Mhm.
That's.
Meanwhile, everything else is going up. So it's.
It's another way of the government putting their thumb on you and say, you
Right.
will do this.
That's what I talked to Mark Thompson about, if they're taking all of our local control away, and he seemed to think that it wasn't taking local control away, and I'm like,
Takes it all away.
really? I know, and I said,
Tie
okay,
your hands with agriculture,
Yep.
the ag buildings, the
Yep.
taxes, everything, they're taking it all away.
yeah,
And they're
They're
certainly
not
gonna
letting
take
the
your land
counties
away
do
and give it to
anything.
private industry to put a pipeline through.
We're
right,
not sitting
Yep.
in Des Moines.
Yeah,
or
but they keep saying they won't.
Polk
I know they
County.
say-
they're gonna go along.
And the
with it.
mailing itself is like $6,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so where's
So
the
it isn't a
savings in
cheap-
this?
no,
Fix.
Well,
For rural Iowa, they need to understand that we're not in a big city.
So I agree with
It's
Sandy,
different.
they're still mostly rural Iowa, they're
Mhm.
mostly counties like ours.
yes.
And
If
we need
would
to
just
have a
band together, but they're
rural
all
county coalition.
Yep.
And you
something,
can't tell me, well, maybe you can tell me, I don't know if none of those legislators down in Des Moines were ever county supervisor from a rural county.
Very few.
Yeah.
Apparently,
there are a
Apparently,
few, there are a
they're-
few supervisors.
so they
that-
don't have a
Right.
common under, yes, background.
Yep.
Yep.
Understanding of rural counties.
Right.
I mean, if they're from Dallas or Polk County, this means nothing to them.
No,
No,
The
no,
auditors group thinks that they should all have to go through the budgeting process and taxation process before they implement these things, because it
Well, there you go.
the problem is,
sometimes doesn't make
we're
quite
not
sense
getting
yet.
the right people to run for these offices.
Cool.
They're more worried about getting voted back in and staying in there than they are about doing what's right.
Exactly.
And that's the whole thing in a nutshell. If you can't stand up for what's right and do what you know, what is ethically right and what is best for your area, then you shouldn't be running. But they're also afraid that if they don't, and that was the other thing I got into with Mark Thompson was, and he said, well, the governor will get people to run in your primary to go against you if you're going against what she wants. And Mark said, that didn't happen that much. And I said, yeah,
Much.
it did.
But it did happen.
But it did happen. And then the thing you gotta think about is, and this is what I told Mark, where did the money come from? Cause you know, it wasn't her money. It's all PAC money. It's all people.
Well, that's why most people equate politics with shifty business.
I know it, and that's why we can't get good people to run.
I've personally knew a number of years ago, a very good person, wanted to go, he got elected for the House of Representatives in Des Moines. I'm not sure, he did serve a term and it was so, he saw what this was some years ago. I'm not sure he served another, he could have gotten reelected and I don't think he ran again.
Yeah.
Because he was so disgusted.
Mhm.
And this has been, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
but,
moving on, Eric, what do you got for committee?
okay, my committee reports from last week are on the 26th of Tuesday, that afternoon. We had a decategorization meeting in Webster City, board meeting. That went well. Then on Wednesday evening, we had the assessor's budget hearing here at 6 o'clock, and that went well. And that was my 2 meetings last week.
What is that board of?
Assessor's Board of Adjustment. Budget hearing. Oh, excuse me.
Conference board.
I got, okay, Assessor's Conference Board
Conference.
slash budget hearing.
That didn't sound right. I was like, I'm trying to think of what it was.
No,
but that-
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Assessor's Conference Board
Yeah.
slash budget hearing. That it was a budget. I didn't write that down.
I missed the Wednesday conference board meeting. I was actually only 2 blocks away working and then all of a sudden I looked at my phone and, oh, crap, I missed
You
it.
missed it.
Anyway, I came in on Thursday and talked with Paul, our janitor, about our drain issue downstairs. And, there's one more clean out they're gonna pull out maybe this week and take a look, see if they can get a camera in there.
See what it's doing.
I'm very afraid of what the problem is.
They did get it unplugged.
Oh, they did? Good.
Yay, now just the cleanup.
Did they run a camera through it?
I don't believe so.
I think we should do that,
Okay,
because the age of these pipes,
Mhm.
there is things you can do to repair them before they collapse.
that's,
That'd be cheaper than,
Yeah, tearing up
When
the
they-
floor,
yeah,
It's a slaver.
so,
Yeah.
all good to hear that. All right. No problem.
no bubbles, no troubles.
Go on, Bruce.
All right, on Tuesday I had a Udmo, meeting, Zoom. And, Wednesday I had the conference board. And then Thursday I had, CFR board meeting. That's it.
Wednesday, oops, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, Wednesday was the Rolling Hills and I zoomed in on that. That was it, that's all I had.
Mine were all Zoom as well.
I had a conference board and I did not make it back to it, so
We had to know.
I was in Fort Dodge. I got that far. Before I even missed that meeting. Anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? What we're gonna call it? 8:47.